Hi friends, welcome back to another video. It is now Tuesday, time for another knot tying video. Hopefully you guys are excited. I posted last Thursday a couple easy knots to do that are a little tricky if you're not used to them. And today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of a harder variation of them. They're all pretty much the same knots that we're going to be using, but it's just going to be a different knot that we're going to be tying, if that makes sense. It'll make sense in a few minutes. Hopefully you guys are excited. It's a nice brisk morning here in New Jersey. Yeah. It's gonna be great. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to them. They're super fun, a little bit more difficult, definitely worth practicing and just knowing how to do them. We are gonna be tying the double fisherman's knot. If you understood how to tie the stopper or finisher knot, then you're gonna know how to tie this double fisherman. You're gonna take the two ends of your rope and you're gonna cross them. Then you're gonna go ahead and start making that finisher or stopper knot on one side of the rope. Pull it nice and tight. Then you're going to flip the rope around and do the same thing on the other side. Pull nice and tight. Then you're going to pull these two loops together, and it should have two X's on one side and it should have four straight lines on the other. This is your double fisherman's. And the loop that you just created in your rope is called a prusik, but we're going to get into that one later. We're going to be tying a bowline on a bight with a finisher knot. To begin, you're going to take a bight of rope that's going to look like this. Then you're going to tie a stopper or finisher knot on this rope. See the little X? Feed the rope through that little X. Pull nice and tight. Then you're going to get it to the length that you need. If you had a regular size rope, you would want it about half an arm's length in size. You're going to begin to make an overhand knot on this bight. So it should look like this, with a nice little tongue hanging out, and you want it facing this side. You want two ropes on top, two ropes on the bottom. If you do it on this side, you can't form the bowline the way you need. Again, two ropes on top, two ropes on the bottom. Then you're going to feed your fingers through the bottom side of this loop, grab the two back ropes that are hidden underneath, and pull them through. You're going to finagle with this knot to get it to where you like it and pull nice and tight. You want the space between the finisher knot and the bowline to be pretty small so that way it doesn't cause anything to move around as much. And this is a great note for lowering people, especially on any type of high adventure course or zip line. This is in fact the knot that we used on our lowering devices at the old zip line place that I worked at. Good for lowering, will hold anything, and it'll stay put. Now we are going to be tying a double figure eight or a super eight as we called it at my last camp job. It's good for belaying people, for lowering people, it doesn't go anywhere, and it holds a lot of weight. You're going to start by making a bight of rope that's a pretty decent length. Then you're going to create a figure eight on a bight, and you want to give yourself a lot of rope to work with. Otherwise, you're going to have to restart it a few times. Make sure you dress the knot and make sure all the ropes are aligned evenly. It'll help you in the long run. Then you're going to take this tongue that's hanging out and you're going to feed it back through that hole that you pushed it through. Instead of feeding it all the way through, you're going to take your fingers from that side and grab the loops that you didn't fully work through yet, pinch them, and work this rope over top, all the way to the bottom of the entire knot. Then you're going to pull it nice and tight, make it look pretty, make sure there's no movement in this rope, and that is your super eight or your double figure eight. Then to finish this knot, you're going to create a stopper or a finisher knot just to secure it even further. Realistically, if you're going to be using a full-size rope, You'd want this knot to be a little further up, and you would want the tail to be about a shaka's length wide. So that way, there's no room for slippage.